こんにちは、牧坂さんです。今日はアガサ・クリスティ、エルキュール・ポアロ、ファーストケースの続きをやっていきたいと思います。前回の4人立て続けのチャレンジ会話は2勝2敗。で、前回は脅迫者の人が自白したところで続きに行きましょう。カサンドラさんが昔からね、友達なのにということで、はい。
High and mighty Madame Van den Bosch, you think you can do what you wish when you wish it and there will be no repercussions. You are as bad as all of them.
あなたは高貴で権力もあるマダム・バンデンボッシュ、影響を受ける人がいるなどと考えもせず望めば叶うと思っているのよね。あなたも連中と同じ悪人よ。
If I do not get a straight answer out of you, I will march you to the police station myself.
ほいほい。どういうことなのかはっきり説明してちょうだい。さもないと私自らあなたを警察署に連行するわよ。
I'm surprised it took the major this long to start living with you. He must have been on the edge for some time.
おー、あれマーゴさん、なんかあれなんか少佐わからんくなってきた。もう静かに見守る二人の言い合いを。調査ったらよくもまああなたとこんなに長く一緒に暮らしたものよね。時々爆発したくなるのも無理はないというものよ。
How dare you speak to me like that? In my own home.
私に向かってそんな口を聞くなんて。私はこの屋敷の
A home you share with the father of your daughter for so many years, and she still remains none the wiser.
あなたの娘の父親とずっと一緒に住んでいた お屋敷よね。彼女まだわからないのかしら。
You have
なんか始まった。あなたにそれを言う権利。あれアンジェリンどうしたの？ママどうしたの？
Angeline. Have you heard what she has admitted
そん
to?
な
She's merely trying to make herself.
Is what she says true? Felix, he was my father?
いや
That is the secret that the letter was talking about, isn't it? You told me that we had nothing to hide. Detective Poirot, were you aware of this?
いやもうこんなん言われへん。
Mademoiselle,
うん
but it was not my
うん
place to
確かに
repeat.
I don't
エリザベス
understand.
は
What about father?
Your mama betrayed the love of a good, honest man and played away behind his back and then kept it hidden
Mama,
for all
そんな
these years like a lady of the night with her client list.
Don't you say no more. Angeline, I.
Did Felix know?
This is not an appropriate conversation.
He knew, dear girl. He knew the whole time. It is
Mama,
only
yeah,
dear Edwin
Donna.
that was blind to their deceit.
You will not talk of him like that. You will
Yeah,
not talk of him
just
at
the-
all.
わ
If
あ
I don't, who will? You never deserved him.
マーゴさん
You
は好
don't
きやっ
even
たの
deserve the memory of him.
Countess, there is something that you still have not explained.
What more is there for her to say?
How long were you in love with the Viscount for?
あ、やっぱりそうなんや。だってそんなね
Margot? Is
なんですこんなドロドロなの。びっくりしたわ。
We were destined to be together. And then you turned up. And I was all but forgotten about.
なんでそんなこんな近場でドロドロ。
nothing more than friends?
And you made sure of that, didn't you? From the day you arrived, it was all about what you wanted and what you had to do to get it. You didn't consider Edwin at all. He was just a purse to you.
I loved my husband, and I miss him every day.
Loved him enough to stray?
Both of you, no more.
Please, Angeline, let me explain.
Maman, I do not wish to hear anything else from you.
Not even your own daughter wants to hear your lies anymore.
いや
Cassandra Van den Bosch, all alone.
こんな
How
形で
dare you!
こんな形でそんなポアロ氏何その微笑
While I
み。
feel a sense of satisfaction and pride in solving both cases, there is still a part of me that is reluctant to revel in triumph. I am content with the unmasking of Countess de Vos as the blackmailer and knowing that she will pay for her crimes. But it is the justice for Mademoiselle Elizabeth that worries me. She will stand in a court of law, and I can only hope that they can see she acted in self-defense. I must trust that our legal system and justice will prevail, and a fair sentencing will be given. In protecting her own life, she took the life of another. Perhaps the guilt she must live with is a greater punishment than any sentence she can receive.
終わった。
Countess de Vos was taken from Nemozine House in cuffs and placed under arrest. Although she initially tried to plead her innocence, Inga, along with a number of other girls that the Countess had found employment for, came forward and made full statements. She was charged with 5 counts of blackmail and extortion and sent to a house of corrections, where she will have a new life to become
左上のあれは
accustomed to.
何？あ、チボルトさん。
Monsieur Sterling and Mademoiselle Rihanna were also reprimanded for their participation. While they may not be facing time in prison, tampering with a crime scene and obstruction of a police investigation are certainly not something that houses and new employers will look positively on. Mademoiselle Angeline finally became Madame Demire, and together they took up residence in England, where Monsieur Demire continues to support and fight for
そうなんや。
fairness and equality.
アンジェリンは2人で一緒に支
I
え
am
合っ
happy to
て。
say that we have remained in contact, and Madame Demire has become a regular correspondent of mine.
Ah,
And the
そうなんや。
latest
おめ
joyous
でとうございま
news
す。
is that they are expecting a child of their own.
お人形
After
ね。
Madame Vandenbosch's secret was revealed to the world, her position in the social hierarchy was no more, disappearing in a moment. While she still resides in Belgium, I believe she has had to adapt to a far more modest way of life. A humbling experience for her, I am sure. Madame Demire has not mentioned her maman in a single letter. After the discovery of her real father and how she had been lied to for so many years, I am not surprised if her departure from Belgium was somewhat an act of separation from her maman. Mademoiselle Conrad left Nemozine House the same way she entered, confident in herself and audacious in her opinions. Her report of the Major's murder at the house and the surrounding blackmails became one of the most talked about stories of the year. While there were certain details of her own involvement that did not make it to print, she was really quite complimentary about the detective at the heart of the case.
持ち上げて書
Monsieur
か
de
れた
Silva
んや。
tried to continue in his position as factory owner and business entrepreneur, but after his accounts and business dealings were investigated following the details of his blackmail being made public in Mademoiselle Conrad's article, his illustrious business empire began to crumble and is now facing an international corporate investigation.
へー。
Monsieur Becker stepped down
Because-
from his position as union leader, accepting that he was no longer fit to represent the workforce that, in his words, he had let down on a scale of unmeasurable proportion. Although he is no longer the voice of the workers, he continues to support them from behind the scenes.
あ、支援は続けてるんや。ビッカスさん。
Monsieur Zachariah
Ah,
and his
Zach.
brother made amends, and returning to
あ、
his
あ
family
そうなんや。
home, and after sobering up, he was able to find the help that he required.
あの最後の
I
話し合いの
understand
時だいぶ
that
置
he
いて
is
かれ
now helping
ぼ
fellow
っちやったもんね
soldiers。with similar conditions.
そうなんや、ザックさん。
And Mademoiselle Elizabeth.
あ、エリザベス。
She stood before a court and was found guilty of
そうなんや。
second-degree murder. She was sentenced to time in a female correctional house on the outskirts of the city. Alone in a foreign country with no friends or family for support, it will certainly be a hard life for her there.
うーん
Her mental and physical strength will surely be tested to their limits. But she could not go unpunished. Without repercussions, we would become a society of animals.
これが事件の真相。
The death of Elizabeth's beloved Luc has been at the center of everything. Had those in positions to help not acted with only themselves in mind, perhaps he would still be alive today, and the Major would have paid the price for his own crimes in the eyes of the law. not at the blade of a knife. The blood of Major Felix Egan will remain on Elizabeth's hands. A stain that wherever she is and whatever she may do, she will never be able to wash clean. However, it will remain as a reminder to not only her, but all of us, of what we as human beings are capable of to protect ourselves. We all have something that may be considered shameful or sinful, and it is how we deal with it that shows our true character. Those involved in the riots, the workers' deaths, and the Major's killing believed themselves to be untouchable. Whether it was from their social standing or their confidence in themselves, they learned that everyone is accountable for their actions. There is no exemption because of the suit you wear or the money in your bank account. There is no price to a man's life. It cannot be bought or traded or discarded. No man is better than another.
すごい映画みたい最後。
Detective Hercule Poirot.
ああ、終わった。アガサ・クリスティ、エルキュール・ポアロ、ファーストケース終わりました。いや、最後怒涛のなんか秘密バラシ屋1個がちょっとびっくりした。びっくりした。最後のさ、チャレンジ会話2勝2敗やったけど、あれはあんまり関係なかったのかもしれないけど2勝2敗だった。いやー、びっくりした。でも間違えたらいつもさ戻してくれるから、もしかしたら何か関係があったのかもしれないし、なかったのかもしれません。はい、いや面白かった。最後もうなんかいろんな事実がこう明らかになってきて、でも最後の最後にさ、なんか図書室から出るときさ、ポアロさんがめっちゃ悪い顔しとったよね。ニヤッとしとった。あれが気になったけどね、びっくりしたね最後ねいやー、山郷さんがなんでそんな脅迫するんやろうと思ったら、そういうことがあったんね。はい、それでは最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。すごい楽しかったので、あと最後すっきりというか、まあちょっと結末的にはちょっとあんまり胸くそはよくはないけど、まあ事実が明らかになったのでよかったのでしょう。はい、最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。牧坂さんでした。またね、メルシー。